Hello guys, welcome back. We have one more map for you here tonight on FACEIT TV for the FACEIT Stage 3 qualifiers for Europe. And it's going to be a Kinguin game on Cash. There's a history of Kinguin games on Cash.
Yeah.
Usually going quite well for Kinguin, and eFrag could be the victims of this one.
Yeah, absolutely. That said, eFrag no slouches on Cash either. We've seen them play versus pretty good teams. We've seen them play versus Hellraisers at APM, where they did pretty okay. They didn't win, but you know they don't know how to play the map. But Kinguin going in on Cash, I guess you'd have to favor them.
Yeah, I actually just want to see what happens, because we saw the Mirage game, and the big question for me was, what happens if indeed we get the CT start for eFrag? I think then we would have seen it, of course, in a completely different game.
Yeah, much tighter one.
Because Kinguin, they're going to be really strong on their CT sides. That's where they're going to be scary, because they're there. Okay, your job is to do this. Your job is to do. It's a much more simple framework for them to really abuse the fact that they're more skilled than their opponents. That is a much better framework for them. So I feel like eFrag, in theory, could be the answer in some of their way of playing. But also, I'm a little bit afraid, not only because Kinguin just won the knife round, but because I don't want eFrag to give them too much respect and not play their game.
Oh, absolutely. And you don't want, like, oftentimes you just run into teams that don't play well versus each other, or one team that can't really play versus another team because of certain play styles and that type of thing.
Yeah.
And it's like the solution is rarely to be like, okay, we need to redo everything about what we do. That's rarely the solution. So you don't want to see eFrag go away from trying to play as much as the team as possible, that type of thing, and instead rely, going the way of Kinguin and relying more heavily on individual performances, because that's not going to bode well for you either. So it's going to be fun to see what eFrag can come up with and how they want to try to solve basically the individual skill of the Kinguin team, because they struggled mightily with it on Mirage. And, well, you kind of mentioned it as well. This is a map that allows aim duels to happen quite a bit.
Yeah, and interestingly, Kinguin are going for an A retake with 2 kits. I think that's actually suboptimal.
Yeah, I don't know why they would have had 2 kits there.
It doesn't make sense, I think, with the A retake style especially. But they have the A retake set up, and eFrag are going to go for the drop into mid, and it looks like they want to get the B split going potentially. But boom, you're going to run into Scream. What's up? He's got the USP as well. He's going to get 2 quick kills, and eFrag will still make their way through to the vents. And I think this will be spotted by Kinguin, so they're in a really happy place. They know what's going on. Fox is going to pick up the kill onto bubble. They cannot cross these major areas. They just get completely dropped by these USPs. And this is another reason why Kinguin are really good on this map. There's so many good open spaces. I would say it's way better for them the way the open spaces work than a map like Dust 2, for example, which is the typical map. People will say, oh, if you have good individual skill, it's very aim-based. It works well in your favor. I think this works even better for a team like Kinguin with some of the open spaces we get.
But I guess the problem with Cash is that as you get later out into the rounds, those open spaces do get smoked off more frequently than what they would on Dust 2.
That's true. That's
so,
true as well.
I mean, for instance, in an ordinary, not necessarily ordinary round, but in a buy round, that opening that Fox had would have been smoked off.
Indeed.
The eco rush is coming out, or the force spike is coming out from eFrag here.
Yeah, and it's looking pretty good for eFrag. They'll get the bomb down, they get an opening kill and a weapon as well. Or 2 potentially, if they can find both of them in time. But in comes Dennis, very fast actually from the main position. They might not expect this, but Inkia was watching it, but he goes down straight away. This is looking pretty good actually now for the retake of Kinguin. They're going to wrap onto the quad position from both sides, which is the best way to deal with it. And they handle the CZ in spyleadeR. He's done a lot of work with that, but it's not going to work this time. And Kinguin, hold on. They did lose 3 players, and I guess we know what's going to happen from this point, right?
Yeah, and this is probably going to lead to another force play. But I'm kind of surprised by spyleadeR's decision to actually run all the way around, given the fact that they had a plant that was suboptimal. Like, that plant was not for aiming at all. So I guess his hope was that Dennis' rotation would not be as quick as it was, so he would be able to potentially pick up one of the Kinguin members. But him running the entire way around, that would have definitely been a sound notification for anyone from Kinguin roaming around there. So yeah, a bit strange, but still, they do get a plant, they do get quite a few kills. So they can be happy with it, and now they need to get a similar result, really, for it to be worth it with all these force buys. Otherwise, they could very easily end up in a similar situation as they did on Mirage.
Okay, well, we have that force play we're talking about coming in, and they're not going to get as much to work with the lack of grenades, but Kinguin did heavily commit to the A defense, and the distraction that was being run has actually been effective. Kinguin still with a lot of attention turned towards A, are now going to discover that the bomb is going to be planted on B, so this strategy has worked for eFrag, and not only that, they've kept
still alive
4 players in the mix, and he's, yeah, as you say, he's in one of the players in quad. spyleadeR has survived there to a very late point in the round, and now comes in Kinguin for this retake. We've got Viktor on the bomb site on itself, and the rest of the team are hiding out towards the vent room and B storage. These are great positions, but they just do not have the firepower to really stop this. They are delaying as much as they can, but the defuse will come in, and we will get the round 1 by Kinguin. So a beautiful round from eFrag. They really handled that well. They got they could have got more kills out of that. I think they were unlucky not to do so, but they got the bomb down at the very least.
Yeah, they got a bomb down. They saved head armor on bubble, so that's nice. And yeah, they're going to be able to buy up with AKs here now. They didn't quite, as you said, because they didn't get that extra kill or those 2 extra kills that they very easily could have gotten, or very potentially could have gotten. The economy of Kinguin is not going to be that shook. But this is still in a very good place for eFrag to start their round account, I guess.
Oh. I'm actually quite afraid about this, though. They're going for the quick B play. This could explode in the face, but if they use the grenades well, it could work. And they're going to do exactly that. Fox is going to go down. He gets forced out of his position, and eFrag claim the B-bomb site. Now Kinguin have to go for a very fast retake. And we do have the positions of Vent and CT main locked down at the moment.
Still one smoke on Dreamer as well.
Yeah, it looks like eFrag should have this round, but going to get the push coming in now. The answers will be given to us. Dennis in with a double. Viktor gets himself a trade. Dennis needs to pick up the quad kill to get the defuse. Tosses in the incendiary. Has to go for the hold. And that's... Okay, so that plant is great for 2 reasons. One, you have to look down to do fuses. You cannot look up and get the shot and hold it. Hold the shot. You always have to flick up, giving you an 8 disadvantage. But also, it's a safe plant. It's safe. Yep. It's as safe as the default plant that most people go for, which is in front of that area behind the 3 crate stack. So you can always plant there, and it's also open towards B storage. So much better plant.
Yeah, it's pretty much just a matter of getting past the potential guy holding on higher when you're jumping up onto the site from heads-up position, that type of thing. eFrag finally start their rounds. They finally got one on the board, and well, Kinguin decided to force buy up. Not the strongest force buy in the world, but Rain doesn't really seem to mind that at all. Picks up 2 frags.
Oh my god.
And that's a bomb as well.
Amazing. And now eFrag have to just create a round out of nowhere. And a strategy to retake the bomb first and foremost.
How are they going to do that? Yeah, exactly. They have one guy, I think it's NKL, all the way over towards door there. And he's not going to be of any use, because as soon as he opens that door, that's just going to be a trigger for everyone in the world to have a look. So this is going to be on bubble to create some sort of space for his teammate. But as you can see, Kinguin are just chucking in smokes, and Scream is about to flank as well.
Oh, nice. Nicely done there by Scream. Good parkour.
Look at that skin, the Doom Kitty. So nice.
Oh no, he goes down. But yeah, what a great play from Rain. He just basically single-handedly won them this one. Yeah. And not only that, they survive with so many players. They pick up a lot of free AKs.
At least for now. Guess they. Oh, okay. They don't lose anymore. So Fox should be able to pick up an AK here. There we go. So yeah, that was just overall the perfect scenario for Kinguin, really.
Big value swing there, picking up those AKs, and now bringing a much stronger arsenal into the anti-force buy. And I'm not sure if Kinguin are going to predict that a force buy is coming or not. I'm not sure about that, but we'll have to see how they actually manage to handle this one. They'll have a spot on it. We have only a few nades, so it's going to be a contact play / running execute from eFrag. That smoke will not deter them. They should go anyway. The smoke is really just going to help them, as it serves as a false sense of security. And look at Rain just jumping over the top of the red container, getting multiple kills, as eFrag cannot get the kills they need to get the bomb down. In fact, their bomb is down in itself over by the team main area, and they do manage to recover it there. but only for Dennis to slay spyleadeR. So Kinguin look very, very good right now.
That they do, and eFrag are in the same hole that they were in on Mirage. So the eventual 4 spies end up not working out too well for them. The result of it is 1 round, and that's really all they have to show for. So this could very easily get out of control, but I'm happy about the fact that eFrag have not decided to continue with the 4 spies at least. So this time we're seeing a couple of P250s and 2 flashes. So they might just be hoping to find a frag or 2.
I like the triple boost here, but it might just be frag moving material for Dennis. But no, he does get killed pretty quickly there, so that's nice for eFrag. But the problem is that their entire movements have been discovered now. Like, and Scream wants to attack things head on. He is going to run straight into middle to retake it, and not really much that eFrag will accomplish from this position. So, with Kinguin on the 6 rounds already, we might. I'm really afraid for eFrag at the moment. That one little fake round that they did was very nice. I think the execute that they showed with the Tech 9s onto the A bomb site shows promise. They try it with weapons, but it's always going to be a little bit gambly. But it might be their best shot, to be honest.
Yeah, I think the A execute is probably their best option at this point. That said, we haven't really seen them do all too much with a full buy, because of the way they play out. So I guess we can't really completely close out the opportunity that
there was that
grabbing mid control
on B, I guess.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I don't think that's consistent.
No, absolutely. No, I think like something to be consistent, it would have to be something like an A execute or just grabbing mid control and then playing things up from there. And we haven't really been given the opportunity to see how that plays out properly.
The last time they opened around with that maybe in mind, Rain walks into CT, into team A, like,
and just picks up 2 people.
Yeah.
And that was probably that window of opportunity that eFrag were looking for. And similarly to what happened on Mirage actually as well, but they weren't able to capitalize on it. Oh, that's
kind of weird.
That's greedy by Mikail.
Really, really greedy indeed. That's going to put a lot of pressure on his team now as they need to fill the holes that he has left in the defense. Dreamer's moved his way up to Forklift, so you can see that in light of those kills, they're able to get a lot of positioning, and Dreamer and spyleadeR then get the opportunity to get the kills. And that's exactly what's happening. Scream and Fox must clutch to save this one for Kinguin. Scream drops the bomber, but he's very low on HP. There's 30 seconds left, so plenty of time for eFrag to save this one. Now Fox, this is a pretty hard ask. He doesn't know where they're playing from. He's going to smoke off short on highway just to make sure that he is safe from that angle. Oh, he almost connected that. That was a really nice attempt at the shot, but eFrag pick up a round. But again, most of them died, so it could be the perfect round for them or for Kinguin to lose. But that said, their economy is really stretched as well.
Wasn't this exactly the score we had on Mirage as well? I want to say it was. It might have been 1.1 to 6, but I feel like it was 2 to 6, and eFrag were in a similar situation, and they lost the following round, and after that, Kinguin just never looked back.
Oh, Rain's going at it again, though.
Again, eFrag are getting caught out by it. This time he only gets 1, but look at the damage he's done to Dreamer.
Oh, they're lining up for Maikelele. He gets 2 kills, and there's the softened one that was worked on by Rain previously that Michael's going to be able to finish off with Star with the USP. He gets a quick double with that right at the end for the 4K. So that's pretty. You're more or less going profit mode. The clairvoyance is with you, as you more or less were saying that we're following some trends here, and that round definitely followed the trend as
the game is clearly scripted by someone. I think it's James sitting outside of the studio just typing the manuscript.
It's very possible. James is the master of space and time. He can do whatever he wants.
I keep picturing James in like a super fancy wizard hat right now.
Yeah, don't forget the bathrobe as well.
Oh, you have the smoking jacket?
Oh, the smoking jacket with the slippers. There we go. Fox is coming into play. He's going to spot the first players, and they know what's going on now. He's in a really hard spot, but he's got support from Rain. And this looks all too easy for Kinguin once again. And eFrag, it's as if they're running into a brick wall at this point. There doesn't seem to be a way for them to circumvent this obstacle that is in front of them of Kinguin. They've tried. It feels like for them, it probably feels like they've tried everything. But I feel like there's been some level of sloppiness as well. Like Rain, the amount of damage he's been doing in the A warehouse has really been way too much.
Yeah, and you know, it's like you said, they probably felt like they've done or tried most things, but just playing extremely passive at the beginning of the round after you won, like just taking your time really with the round instead of running into A-main and getting into positions that you can't get out of. That's something they haven't done at this point. I mean, the closest thing you can get is probably the rounds where they've tried to take over middle with lacking weapons. So I would have loved to see eFrag take a bit more passive stance to things and just kind of get a feel for what Kinguin are doing. You don't necessarily have to give up a lot of map control, but you don't have to, you know, completely box yourself in and just commit towards the bomb site within the first 20 seconds of the round.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Now we're going to get a really fast play. That did work for them on Mirage. I think it's the first time we're really seeing it on this bomb site. They tried it on B, it did work, and they're this time not getting so much success. But there you go. As I say that, spyleadeR picks up a quick one. Scream goes down through the smoke, and Dreamer's working his way around. Nice little flick there onto Rain from Toxic, and now it's all down to Dennis. He is not tagged up as Dennis Beast for nothing, though. He's going to pick up the kill onto Dreamer, and he's going to try to stabilize the situation. But he realizes that he's alone here, and he does have actually a smoke and 2 flashes and kit to work with. So
he might have thought that was B.
Oh, it looks like he did. This is a grave mistake. He's going to lose a lot of time.
It was probably he didn't see the bomb in so long, and there was nothing really happening. So that, like in theory, that could have been a really well sold fake by eFrag.
That's probably what they tend to expect from eFrag as well. But here we go. Dennis goes in. He needs to like pinpoint reactions. There's the first shot. He does get the kill onto spyleadeR, but it's not going to happen. Tag too low. Bubble gets an easy kill. Another round for eFrag. That's 3 in face of Kinguin's mighty 9. They can buy up though. Dennis drops the Famous. He can get an M4 as well, I guess. Or maybe he'll have to play with Famous as well. But they're actually going to go for the... Alright, so they're going to go for a bit of a force up. Oh, sorry, not a force up, sorry. They're a bit of an eco, buying up what they can. So they'll have strong buy in the following round.
I think that's okay with the kind of cushion they have already.
Yeah.
And they probably, it's like you mentioned at the start of the game, because this is a map that allows you to get so many aim duels, especially on the T side, like you can walk into really nice angles for solid aimers. That's something they probably look forward to.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they're not going to be too worried about having to play the T side with already having 9 rounds.
Okay, so like Bubble's having a bit of an issue with his pinks.
Hopefully it's not something too serious, and we could see, well, eFrag actually opting to go for middle control this time around. And with well, only pistols and barely any armor on Kinguin, this could work out pretty nicely.
Here we go.
Pretty cheeky position from Maikelele.
Oh my god. No. Oh no! It's so close. If he waited 1 more second, that's a knife kill. But that said, Kinguin is still rattling off the shots and picking up the frags. Just Scream is left now. He's found himself an AK, and so is Fox. They could definitely save those into the next round. And maybe there's been some mouse problems or something. I'm not sure.
I'm not really sure what Dreamer's talking about, because yeah, exactly. Mikail ran into him, but maybe Dreamer jumped or something. Who knows? Because the rival has the same scroll wheel bug that the Intelli had.
Nice. Okay, so this hopefully this can. I hate to be that guy. It's like hopefully everything's gonna be fine, guys. Yeah. I'm always that guy.
Everything's gonna be puppies and flowers.
Yeah, could do with some puppies. We need some studio.
Some FACEIT puppies.
Yeah, some FACEIT puppies or kittens or something. The ratings would go through the roof.
Oh, that would be amazing. I mean, did you not see? I think it was TI3 or TI4. The TI4 hub at the Good Studio.
I saw that.
The 24/7
the reality cam on the.
Had like 16,000 viewers, like 24/7.
Yep.
I was one of them. Like, I'll gladly admit that.
Reality TV is a thing, man.
It's
always been a
really
thing.
fascinating. Like watching those kittens try to escape Catcatras and like you get invested, man.
Yeah.
It's not great.
I can see you've been through some stuff.
Yeah, I've been through some stuff.
All right, so we get the unpause is coming, guys, in about 25 seconds. So
Countdown.
Kinguin, they've got 9 rounds. eFrag, they've got 4. And I am stating the obvious, but it's a good situation for Kinguin. eFrag, the problem for them is that they've not found something that works consistently. That's really the issue for them. If we look back to the rounds that they've won, really fast rounds, contact rounds, same as what happened on Mirage. It doesn't. There's no consistency there, though.
But I don't think they've given themselves a pretty good opportunity to actually do actual executes so far on cash. From what we've seen, they've done, you know, not necessarily the fast pushes, but they've gone up towards bomb sites like T-main, gone into T-main pretty quick, or gone out mid really quickly. Yeah. And then just kind of, you know, hung out with no real plan from what it looks like. I would have loved to see them just setting up really passively, expecting Kinguin to play aggressively, even though Kinguin hasn't really shown any tendencies to do so, barring Rain's aggression into team main. But just do that and allow yourself to set up for just the most cookie cutter A setup you can do.
But even if they were to try to adjust things now, double up.
But like, okay, so obviously they can't know that Kinguin are running a double op, but doing a smoke strat versus a double op is even better. So but imagine a fully smoked off A bomb site with Molotovs and quad and Bialy, like that would be the dream.
Sounds so wholesome. But at this point it doesn't matter because Rain is just, he gets boosted over the top, he starts laying waste to eFrag. He picks up 2 kills, and now it's going to be an interesting situation because Kinguin and the 4 versus 3, and they did have that man pushed in B storage, but so much time has passed that they don't really know what's going on right now. They can't afford to leave B open, which really sucks. But we will get the play in 2A. Smoke's starting to happen. Now Kinguin's still holding. They're not sure, but eFrag, we can see they are going in for the kill. Nice angle from Maikelele. Will he get the shot into Viktor? You can see the pixies. Viktor's trying to shoulder him for the shot. Oh, you have to be absolutely mad. Viktor picks up an insane sidestep to a single tap through the door. And that is magnificent. Bubble, he's going to kick things off with a double as well. Managing to make it into a one-on-one. And now Fox is looking for that angle, looking for the shots, and he gets the kill. Great stuff there from Fox to clutch the round, but you've got to go back for a moment.
Viktor.
What was that kill through the door?
Full on Vector. That's what it was.
That way.
But like,
imagine Maikelele, that's what he like.
Oh yeah.
I can't even say what he. I mean, not even in Swedish. I know what he's saying in Swedish.
Oh yeah.
I'm very sure.
But like even because he did like the first sidestep and didn't see anything at all.
Yeah.
Because it was too short of a sidestep, and it does a too short sidestep again the second time around, but then it's just like, whatever, and then just shoots through the door instead. It's like, what?
It's ridiculous. What?
Oh.
What the hell is that? It's amazing. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, unfortunately it doesn't end up in a round for eFrag, but hey, would you look at that?
Interesting push there from Dennis. He had no support to do that. It's just going for it and gambling.
He might just be bored because eFrag have not utilized mid a whole lot.
That's the possibility. Yeah, he wants to try to get, because again, if you actually feel like early in the round that they don't play people there, then sure, it's a viable way to play this. And they've gone down a man.
Oh, I like this. Look at that. eFrag not boxed in T main.
It's really cool actually. And Kinguin, they try to take fast control of warehouse there to try to figure out what's going on, and eFrag at the same time busting into middle. This is just great stuff from both teams, but it's going to be Viktor to hit the shots. He's going to be continuing the madness. This is not a good look for Kinguin.
What? Scream?
Whoa.
Okay.
I'm not sure what happened, guys. But I will say that I really liked what happened with both teams there. I love what both teams did. Dennis did a risk that, as you said, is definitely justifiable.
Yeah.
And then they down a player, so they push A main. Nothing's in A main, so then they try to reinforce middle, expecting maybe there's a mid play. There is actually mid play coming. Then they backpedal their CT defense to A, and then Viktor just walks up and kills them. So with like, is a good individual skill, and eFrag, of course, winning that round does. I think it's what, 11-4, 10-5, 10-5.
Yeah, because they were 9-4 at one point at least.
10-5. That's an impressive scoreline considering the resistance that eFrag were up against.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I'm kind of happy to see the fact that they were not in team main during the aggression. They were but actually just be like holding passively and taking their time for once. Like they were actually taking their time for once, and that played out pretty nicely. Because it's like you said, as soon as Dennis goes down with that aggressive play, which is completely justifiable because they've never shown any aggression from mid, so it's not something that eFrag would logically expect. And you kind of have to go for the information play, and Kinguin does a great job of that, flashing 2 people in for team main because that's where most of the time they found eFrag players. Can't find anything there. Like it just, I don't know. It's not really a mistake from Kinguin's side. It's just like well played from both teams.
Yeah, it's actually the opposite of what you would usually expect. It's like okay, good team movement, good understanding of what to do on the map, and coordinating it well as a team.
Yeah.
Oh wait, it's Kinguin doing that, and then it's Viktor running and gunning, just taking him down with excellent shots. So cool or role reversal there as to what you would normally expect. But updates. What's going on, Mr. Producer Reese? Okay, keyboard is being resuscitated.
Yeah.
He's been given the
mouth to mouth.
What are the things? The pedals?
Pedals.
Is that what they called it? Just like what was this? The defibrillators.
Defibrillators.
Yes, he's what? Yeah.
Yeah.
Words are really difficult.
Pads. Like
you guys should try using words. It sucks.
It's really hard. So nice if we could use like interpretive dancing instead.
Yeah, that would work.
That'd be great for CS games.
There's too many GIFs, man. It's just a sea of GIFs.
I have not seen this yet.
What? There's been GIFs.
They have a loop. They've gone past me, so I have a lot of stuff to dig up apparently that I can feast on.
I did a video recently, and I was just happy, and I just started dancing at the end of the video, and that was how I closed the video.
Well, I've seen you dance at after parties though.
Oh yeah! Oh my god! Oh my god! It's amazing. I danced a bubble at the Star Series after party. We had like a dance off. After the dance off with Shocks.
That's true. That's absolutely true. Holy hell!
So, I mean, it's usually me and Shocks just going at it, but then Bubble jumps in. He's like, "I'm super server, guys. You're gonna get wrecked." Look at my coordination.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yep. I don't know what to take.
Wasn't much dancing at APM though.
No.
Not much dancing. A lot of German singing.
It's funny because you approached me with absinthe at that party, and I was like, no.
Oh yeah.
It's just like no. He just appears randomly. Here's absinthe, Dan. No. I'm just like I'm gonna take these from you.
I was surprised by the willpower. Yeah, I was surprised by the willpower.
Yeah, this is not happening right now. I don't know who's trying to convince you to do this, but this is bad.
I want to say
on my watch.
It was either Edward or Sadikist. One of the two. I'm not sure who to blame.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It is shenanigans.
Fun
definitely.
times.
So, how's eBot doing, Producer Reese, Mr. Producer Reese? Okay, apparently our admins suck. Let's fire all of them. I'm just kidding. We love our admins.
Do you think we could get James to do some admin work right now?
Sorry, what?
Do you think we could get James on it?
James,
can you just wipe them?
No. James can't abuse his omniscience. He's not allowed to abuse. I guess it would be.
He's got a restraining order from abusing his minions.
Yeah, he's not allowed to abuse his all-knowing.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
He's probably checking out other dimensions right now. Anyway, more interesting stuff going on. But we have Kinguin looking for their pistol victory here. Of course, it would have been a 10-5 in favor of Kinguin. So bearing that in mind, let's see if eFrag can get the start they need, that they deserve. Or at least that they think that they deserve. Because right now, Kinguin are doing a great job in picking this one off. And look at that. Long range is going for the shots. But Viktor actually with the P2000 is going to make it happen. So looks like a hard retake here for eFrag, to be honest.
No nades, little HP.
And Scream. Scream's going at it. Getting a quick couple kills. And there you go. That's not a good look indeed for eFrag. That is an 11-5 scoreline, sorry, for Kinguin. They're definitely looking rather strong, considering that eFrag must force. Oh well, they don't need to force, in fact.
But they're eFrag.
But they're eFrag, so they force.
They must force.
I would definitely not like the force here, but it does work well on this map.
I guess it works because one, the map allows for it to a very, I guess, efficient degree, and you know, in a certain way, force spies are effective. But
there you go.
But I also think it's okay because, at you know, worst case scenario, they're going to be at 5-13. They could have been in a way worse spot at that point, and they also have the easier side to play on.
Yeah, this map is a little bit like the Overpass, not in the same ways, but it just in the commonality that it's viable to go for the force spies.
Yeah,
I agree. We've got NKL. He knows what's going on, but he's still going to go down. That's unfortunate. When you see a nade like that, you're like, yes, I know exactly what's happening.
This is my time.
He has no idea where I am. But then I died. Okay,
it was at that point I realized. Okay, so it looks like the two remaining members are just trying to hold on to their weapons. I don't think they're going to expect Fox to be sitting here, though. So if Fox potentially wants to go on a hunt, he can definitely do so.
Yeah, go duck hunting.
I guess the benefit that eFrag has is the fact that it didn't make a single sound getting into pod boxes, so good to stay alive, and that does allow them to potentially do some damage in this round as well. But you know, not getting more out of it, they're not going to do another force buy. And I'm happy to see that because they definitely could have gone for it.
Indeed.
All right now, okay, Bubble's got a smoke. Assuming it's for mid. Yeah, there we go.
I like this one. It's really fast at mid take, but I think it would have been nicer if they had boosted 2 people first and then gone with it, and then come from the 2 angles at once. That's always very effective. Ooh, good nade. Good nade. That will deal with Viktor, and Maikelele is going to make his way up with Scream. And they have every chance to take this one, considering that eFrag's players have literally nothing on them apart from what you start with. It's
both of the guys who saved previous round are now dead. So that is the issue they're facing right now, and now they're even at an even player number. Doesn't really look likely for eFrag to find anything more out of this round.
So I think we need to double tap escape to get the health back, maybe, because we lost the health here. Everyone's health is unknown. I think that's the way that you can fix it. Or we can just live in mystery. The enigmatic world that we live in.
And Kale's picked up or both of them actually picked up weapons, so...
Whoa, that's nuts.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, Maikelele he's got to be very careful. He's going to try to fake flash. Don't think that worked, but NKL is going to go down. Good spray down there.
That looked more like style points, because how on earth are you actually going to pull out and throw a nade that quickly? Oh well.
So look how awesome our admins are. We get the instant update on the score, so we don't have to do the math.
It's pretty nice.
Although I guess from 10-5 it's rather easy.
Basic math.
Yeah.
We can do math till this point, but
you thought words were difficult.
Yeah.
Wait till you hear about the numbers, man. Oh my god.
That's where everything takes a left turn. But this is the first buy round. Very few nades really to work with for eFrag, so at a certain point I think they just have to go aggressive to see if they can find any sort of information, or maybe an easy pickoff from someone from Kinguin who are not expecting it. Because if they allow Kinguin to set up for an execute here, they're going to get absolutely shafted.
Oh yeah, there's going to be no limit to the shafting there. And it's going to be a rough time for eFrag if they can't make their bread and butter work with these rifles, indeed. So it better work out. But the lack of grenades really hurts them. And that's a fantastic Molotov. Wow, I don't even know how NKL got that kill. That's beautiful. Or was it Viktor? I think it was.
It was NKL.
It was NKL who picked up the kill there as Viktor went down. So really nicely done. And that's going to even things up a bit. But we still have the grenades going in from Kinguin. I love this. Great stuff here from Kinguin. Really good systematic take at the A-bomb site. Got to respect that. And we even have Fox who's just going to cut off the rotation a little bit, taking down some players there from B. And this looks like this is a really great round from Kinguin.
Oh, nice and easy. I love the fact that they actually kind of went for round 2 with the quad box Molotov as well, because they lost sight of what was going on for a second there with the NKL dropping Maikelele, and they just figured out, you know, might as well play it safe.
Absolutely.
But eFrag ran into the exact problem that we were predicting would happen. Eventually they run out of nades, so they have nothing to hold Kinguin back. So you can see how freely Kinguin could just sit and team in and throw stuff in towards the site without any sort of worry about eFrag coming out and punishing them.
Yeah, and you know what, Håvard? Do you know what? Kinguin are
2 rounds away.
2 rounds away from victory.
Math.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I guess eFrag still has a shot at this, but this is pretty much the do or die round. We lose here, game is over.
And Kinguin could even run the same round as they did previous to this one, with that very systematic and methodical usage of Molotovs to deposition the defense. Very, very effective. You can just keep doing it. There's more or less no reason that it shouldn't work. And we get the push, so eFrag know what's going on in B storage. They're actually going to push both players around. Instead of leaving a guy there in B storage, they're actually going to go around and go for the sandwich move.
I like this. This is really nice, because it seems like they recognized the problem from the previous round. The fact that they let it go too far.
Oh, Scream, love it. Great reaction there, that flick. That's pure intuition. That's 15,000 hours of Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
That's what that is. So here you go. Maikelele needs to try to do something here from Doy. Spinning around. I'm not sure what Maikelele is doing there, but it doesn't matter. Rain will pick up a multiple kills there, multitude of frags in the middle. He's charging up, putting the pressure on from both sides. Where is safe? Nowhere is the answer, but Viktor's going to try to battle his way out. And wow, side by side with Bubble, they will save the round and put themselves on the board. Finally a CT round, they're thinking to themselves, but it's not the end of Kinguin's buys. It's not the end of Kinguin's terror, because they have still a really favorable position with that 14-6.
I think this is really nice. The fact that Rain, instead of going for an AK, opts to get the grenades. So Kinguin, again, they still have the opportunity to do what they did on the A-bomb site. Like, obviously that time everything gets a tiny bit flustered because they get backstabbed. But they're leaving themselves with a lot of opportunities for having so many nades. But right now, wow.
Yes, they are getting rather destroyed.
That was quick and easy for eFrag. That should be the round already. Pretty much only spyleadeR taking any real damage, and Kinguin on their end down to 1.5 player pretty much.
That was a bloody affair, but we do have a bomb plant potentially en route to the B-bomb site, and all these smokes. I like this. Maikelele's realizing I've got to take an aggressive pick, got to get the risks in whilst they count, and boom, there it is. He does take some damage, but not even too much here to be useful in more engagements, and there it is. I think maybe that was a little bit ambitious, having already given up the ghost and what he was doing, and now Rain's given up the position, gets the second kill, needs an instant shot. Oh, he almost would have had it if he just fired a single bullet to the torso of spyleadeR. He is so low, but spyleadeR will save the day. eFrag pick up the round. But what's their money like after that? As you mentioned before, it's really expensive to win to buy CT rounds, and they got the bomb down to Kinguin. So this is a really big stress for eFrag.
Yeah, this is not great. Kinguin, obviously they're going to be fine. They're not going to have the same amount of nades this time, but with the lack of proper weapons on eFrag, it's going to make up for it. Bull just being put through, not doing any real damage.
I was going to say that looked really scary. And you look at the health, it's like, oh, he's got hit
CS:GO wall, man.
9 times. He's got 9 health. Oh. Okay, now this is the part of the issue as well. If you're going for the mid control, there is a lot of argument that you might as well just go for a 4-man push there. 2 on the boost, 2 through the bottom, and just take it together. Then you can fall back with other players if you're doing it this early into the round, because they still won't know what you're doing. And I mean, you still get the mid control on the trades.
I would have liked to see them, like, this is one of the rounds where having a Molotov would have been excellent for them, because playing that sandbag position is so common. So if you have 2 people up on the boost, you can have one guy kind of covering you while the other guy throws down the Molotov, and that would have been a pretty easy kill without them having to make themselves vulnerable from vent.
Yeah, and it's and even the vent itself is always a good Molotov spot. But we've got the push coming in, but it is it's just a full clip sprayed right into those CTs, and it's an excellent round won by Kinguin. Very nice indeed. They are 1 away now from taking this series, and I didn't expect this. I actually, that was you. That was you, Vendetta. You pressed the Windows key. You pressed the Windows key.
There's just like a row keyboard.
We have them littered all over the place.
Yeah.
You stepped on one. Okay, here we go. We got Kinguin moving in now for a mid-take. They're going really fast. They want to end this unpleasant affair against eFrag. Or maybe it feels quite pleasant to them so far, because they are definitely tearing it up at the moment. In goes Rain to Connector. He's going to pick up the kill onto Viktor, and it is only going to get worse at this point. eFrag are heavily outgunned. They're now outmanned. and some would argue that they are outmatched as well.
That definitely feels like the 2 last maps. Kinguin have played really well in
Bubble. Love it. Somehow squeezes a headshot out of that horrendous situation. But I love that they Molotov the Envious box there. That's really, really well done by Kinguin. I love the cognizance that they've had on this map. But that said, in goes spyleadeR and Dreamer with a couple kills, using those FAMASs, using those 5-7s to excellent effect. But Dennis can still do this for Kinguin. He can still just end it right here. eFrag are hanging on by their fingernails, and they just found a bit more of a grip.
Yeah. Are they... I'm not really sure how they even got to that point, because I had a point there. As soon as Bubble dies, that's 4 Kinguin players who are around checkers to the area without anyone from eFrag being near.
Yeah.
But Kinguin used so much time actually getting onto that bomb site, smoking things off, that eFrag got in position, and obviously hitting some great shots, but that should not happen. Kinguin should have been able to get onto that bomb site with at least 2 more players alive.
Alright, well, they have time to remedy things. They've got so many rounds to play with. And it looks like they're going for that B play, but Dreamer's there in position. He picks up an early one, thinning out the push. And not only that, Kinguin actually... They're actually going with this. They're going to take control. If they have...
It's a really bad smoke, though. It's a really bad smoke thrown down by Bubble. Because this basically just gives Kinguin a free spot to set up their nades. So Dreamer has to do a lot of work on his own.
If Scream Molotovs the site, then that would be fantastic. But they don't even need to, because for some reason Dreamer's up on the crate. And right now we have a crazy situation. Dennis wraps around as Dreamer flies. He gets sent into the air by Fox. And that's going to be a bomb down. And Scream is going to waste his Molotov. That's unfortunate. And he picks up the scout. Oh, that's fantastic. Scream gets a sick jump shot. And Dennis, with a heroic defense there with that AK-47, is suddenly turning things completely on their head as Scream looks for the shot up high. And there is the player, NKL, with just 50 points of health. And Dennis says no. That's going to be a round for Kinguin. That's going to be the match. And what a way to end it. That was beautiful.
That was a nice way. First you see Scream... I guess, you know, the intricate parts of the game might not be for him, but shooting people in the head, that definitely works out. So he first chucks that Molotov into his smoke. He's like, might as well jump shot him.
That was fantastic. That's actually a great way to end that. I love it. Yeah. Really enjoyed that. Okay, guys. Well, that's all we have for you here tonight. Remember to follow the channel. We'll be live tomorrow with... well, now I guess we know what the matchups will be. We have, of course, Na'Vi. They'll be playing Hellraisers, which is always a very interesting one. I think, as you mentioned, that will deliver the best game possible from that top bracket that we had. And then on the bottom side, we have now Kinguin and FlipSid. And that, for me, is... I have no idea what's going to happen. I haven't seen FlipSid play properly with their new lineup, really. So even though they've had some tournaments.
Pretty much.
So I'm really curious. I'm looking forward to that.
That should be really fun. Yeah. So I hope, new look FlipSid. That's going to be fun to watch. If Kinguin can continue with that good form they showed on the 2 last maps, it's going to be really nice. Yeah, and honestly, it's as we can see, you know, this is the progression. Generally speaking, SK were replacing Mouse Sports. So I know a lot of people would be a bit curious why Mouse Sports went in, because they would have seen them initially, and that is the reason Mouse Sports had to drop out. And well, I mean, we've had today. The games could have gone either way. Both series, the games could have been. Who knows what the result would have been? But we have our games for tomorrow now. So as you see the qualifying round there, we will be playing those tomorrow, same time, same place. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be pretty awesome. I'm going to be here. My dad is going to be here. James is omnipresent. So as always.
Yeah, as always. So he's going to be in on the action as well. So thank you so much for watching. Again, follow the channel so you get notified so you don't miss anything. And we shall see you tomorrow.